Well, we tried to keep it interesting again, and we did. First thing is, that's a really good team over there that fights hard, and Dell's doing a great job of building that thing. And he's a heck of a football coach. He's had a ton of success at Georgia. Brought some Georgia coaches with him. He'll recruit like crazy, and that's going to be a heck of a program. Their players fight, and you got to respect the heck out of that. I'm really proud of our guys. I think tonight showed that there's all different kinds of ways to win, and the most important thing is that you do win. Last week, as everyone knows, offensively we struggled mightily in the first half. Our defense played great, kept us in the ball game, and then Darrell went out and broke one. Tonight, we were struggling on defense. I mean, our strength has been getting off the field on third down, and we were really struggling to get off the field on third down. And our offense started running the ball well, and that's our identity. And being able to run the ball effectively like that, it makes you feel good. That's what you have to do. So to finish this year, finish our homestand 6-1, I think is really impressive, and says a lot about those players in that room. That's not easy to do, and I don't think anyone thought we would have done it, and we believe we would. And now we have to transition into being road warriors, and we'll take a couple days here. Having a Friday night game gives you an extra day to prepare for the next one, let the guys rest up, heal, and then we'll get going on UAB, because that's the most important thing in our life right now, is finding a way to prepare the best that we can so we give ourselves the best chance to go to Birmingham and play a heck of a game and do all we can to win.
Jim, Mel had two big runs, well, more than two, but at the start of the first half and the start of the second half. Just can you say about the way that he kind of lit fire into your offense?
You see it, it's so interesting how practice transfers to the game, and Mel, I think I told you guys last week, those guys the runners were taking the ball to the end zone all the time, and Mel was kind of the guy that got that whole thing started. He had a great week of practice. He had a great week of practice last week. And those runs that he broke tonight, that's what it looked like in practice. And the intensity that he ran with and the way we blocked it, that's what he looked like. That's what we looked like in practice. So that just kind of reinforces the message that you're always trying to get across to these players, is that you take the practice field and you take it down to the stadium and you do it the same way, you got a chance. It's about preparation. And we talk about it all the time. Do the work, right? Pay attention to details, create the right mindset, bulletproof mindset, and then let's go play.
I think you turned the interceptions into 10 points. How important was that?
Critical.
Interceptions, or 2 interceptions.
Oh, huge. We have not, I believe that might be the very first game that we were on the plus side of the turnover margin. We've been not good in that area. As a matter of fact, we're going into this game, we were -4, which is, about 90, I think it's 99th in the country, which is really bad. So, being able to get a couple helps us, and being able to get the short field, and now, getting that onside kick. Like Jackson Harper, when he went down, their guy had the ball. And that was Jackson, just in case you guys know, because I didn't know it was him because he had that weird jersey on, and he fought, 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 and I don't know how he came up with it, but he came up with it. He got a game ball for that, and he deserved it.
How often do you guys practice the outside kick recovery?
We practice it every Thursday and every Friday. This week, Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, you practice everything. And we knew they were going to do that little helicopter kick, and it looked like it was going to stay with, not go 10, and then all of a sudden it spun out. And, I thought they had it. We were getting ready to get our defense on the field. So, but Jackson he was not going to be denied, and that's kind of like this team spirit. They fight. They're fighters. Love it.
When you have 3 backs who can kind of make plays and also kind of have different styles, does that make it tougher for the defense, or is it the same where they're kind of prepping for the run game and they can?
I think it does. Yeah, I think it does. I think it makes it tougher because even though we're running the same plays, it's a different style of runner, and the way they hit the hole is different. The way they burst through the hole is different. And they're all very distinct in the way they run the ball. Cam is a hammer. He's a tough dude. He's a rock. You don't want to tackle him late in the game. We gave him the ball on 4th down. He got the 1st down. That's who we expect him to be. Mel has that juice, and he gets in the open field and he can make people miss. And then Darrell's a great combination of both of those guys. And I think what you've seen it with our receivers. We have these 3, we have a lot of good receivers, but you talk about our 3 starters, they've all had really good big games at some point. You've seen that out of our backs. They've all had really big games at some point. It makes you hard to defend when you can run it and you can throw it, and you got to have more weapons. And there's a guy standing right back in the back, Mike Burton, okay? Let's just all just acknowledge the impact that that man has had on this football program, because he has been the engine behind us having what you have to have this day and age, which is NIL funds. And I'm not just, it's the truth, all right? It's the truth. He cares desperately about this program, and we wouldn't be where we are without him. So, Mike, thank you.
Along those lines, I mean, a year ago, you sounded pretty discouraged about the state of things, and it was like you had to almost start all over again, turn it around again after turning it around when you first got here. You know, when did you start to believe that a second turnaround was possible? We could be here now.
I never stopped believing, you know. I mean, the state of affairs in college football lends itself to us having the chance to have success, because we can go get some players and we can reload quickly. And we're going to continue to do that. We are going to be as aggressive as we can possibly be in the portal when it opens. And now we're not thinking about that right now, but you got to have a plan. And we're going to go get more good football players, because good football players will win for you. So I started to feel good when I knew that we were able to have the resources to go get really good football players. And that's what we're going to, you know, like I said, let's just state that's what we did. So, and then, you know, so much of the portal, like I like these coaches that are not embracing the portal, or they don't like it. I mean, this is what my life's been. I mean, when you're an NFL coach, every year there's a portal. It's called free agency, and every year there's recruiting. It's called the draft. So, and it's about money, and so I'm kind of feel pretty comfortable with it. Doesn't really bother me a whole lot, you know. So, matter of fact, I embrace it and I love it, and because I know it gives us a chance to win. So, but when here's the thing, is that we not only do we bring in really good players in the portal, but the dicey thing about the portal is you may bring in some bad apples, and that can just disrupt your team. And we brought in a bunch of really good people that are really good players, and that is so critical this day and age.
Jim, you said during the week that.
Go. No, you're up. We'll get to Joe.
You said during the week that you weren't going to approach the subject of bowl eligible with these guys. Now that you've accomplished it, though, I mean, it's something that they can look at tangibly and say, we might not be able to win a league championship right now, but.
Well, it's a big but, because bowl eligible doesn't mean that you're bowl bound. And, you know, if you go back to 2 years, and I was talking to David 2 years ago when we got our 6th win, and I remember we were kind of holding on to it like, are we going to get a bid, right? We're not guaranteed anything. So what we have to do is we have to focus on getting this next game. We have to focus on preparing and getting our mind back on business as quickly as we can. And, you know, the more games we can win, then the better chance we have of getting in a bowl, and the better chance we have of getting in a bowl that, you know, maybe is a little more in stature than if we're just a 6-win team. So that's our goal. So there's no one in there, like, we didn't hand out shirts that say bowl bound or anything like that. Because we don't know if we're bowl bound. And that's not what matters. What matters is that we refocus and get as prepared as we can to a week from tomorrow going to UAB and playing the best that we possibly can play, because we're not doing that as a team right now. We weren't good enough tonight. We weren't good enough on defense, and we have to fix that.
Are you able to run me through the last year? You guys made a really big call to go for it on 4th down instead of opting for the field goal. I mean, can you go into like what was your decision making behind that, and was it like a call that you're like, we're gonna do this right now, or was there a big like dilemma over what you were gonna do?
Well, there wasn't a dilemma, but there was a conversation. There was definitely a conversation. You know, to me, it was about a 42-yard field goal, maybe 43. A lot of things have to go right. We were kicking into the wind. You know, we were on the right hash, I think. We knew they'd go max block. You know, the ball has to get from the snapper to the holder to the foot of the kicker and get through the uprights. And when you've run the ball for whatever, I don't know how much we ran it for, but, you know, we were at least 225 at that point, and you can end the game, then you end the game. You end the game. And that's what we did. And our guys, you know, you have faith in them, and they got it done.
You said this week that you didn't feel like the running game was in a slump, that it was just a matter of stats. Did you just feel like you kind of showed that today? I mean,
well, today, but once again, you know, we got to do it again. It's just every week is just a new challenge. So yeah, today it worked. It was good. You know, we ran the ball well in the second half last week. We ran the ball well today, but that doesn't mean that everything's just honky dory and fixed and now it's all good, man. It's just that constant work. It's that constant ability to stay focused. It's that constant ability to dissect everything that you're doing. Everything you're doing as a coach, and come back the next week with something that's even better than what you've done, even when you're having success. Joe.
You covered my bowl celebration question quite effectively already. Thank you.
I did?
Yes,
Okay.
there is none.
Anything else, guys?
Connor Stutz, 69-yard punt.
What?
career long.
Oh my God, that was great. Yeah.
The field position, you guys got the ball back, scored a touchdown the next drive.
Yeah.
You just speak to how important he's been in that punt. Were you surprised how far that went?
Yeah, I mean, he hit it beautifully. He had a great night punting Wednesday night, and then we found out that he had strep throat. So, you know, put him on antibiotics, and he was feeling okay today. Not 100%, but he, not only that kick, but the kick that pinned him down there at the end, you know, was pretty huge too. So, although they went down and scored, but it was still a great kick. Okay, thanks everyone.
Thank you.